Hi friends, hope you are all doing well. Welcome back to our CISA video series. Today we will discuss on properties. So let's get started. Properties. In CISA, properties are member of a class that provide a flexible mechanism to read, write or compute the values of private fields. So let's open our Visual Studio. So as we already discussed, variables. So these are two variables and it is declared as private. So what is private first? In our upcoming video, maybe in our access specifier, we'll discuss what is private and public. But for now, for this example, just understand like private is like one type of access specifier, which is whenever we'll declare a variable with private access specifier, this will be not accessible outside this properties example class. It is only accessible inside this class, and outside this class it is not accessible. Whenever we'll declare as public, then it will be accessible for outside as well. But in case of private, it will only accessible inside the class. As the name suggests, it is private to this class only. So what this properties is like help for these private fields. So properties that provides a flexible mechanism to read, write or compute the values of a private field. So whenever there is a private fields in our class, that time to read the private values, we can use our properties. So properties are defined using accessors which control the accessibility of the fields. So properties are defined using accessor. So these are properties: public string name get set, public int age get set. This whole thing is a property. Till this it is a property. Public int age is a property and public string name is a property. So which control the accessibility of the fields. So it will control this accessibility of these fields, private string name and private int age. There are two main type of accessors. So these two like get and set are two accessor of properties. So what like get and set will do for these properties? Key components of get accessor. So used to return property value. Get is used to return property value. Syntax is get and return statement. Set is used to assign a new value to the property. So set can assign a new value to the property. Syntax is set, then assignment statement, whatever. Like we'll understand this one by using this example. So here I have declared two variables with private access specifier. Don't worry about this private and internal. I will discuss in a later video in detail. And this one is public, also one access specifier. So these two are two variables. Then we have declared two properties. One is name and one is age. So what this name is doing here? Name is returning this name properties, sorry, name variable, and setting the name with the value. So what is this value? It will come in our, like I will discuss this one. Where is the value is coming from? Value will come from this one. Whenever we will create the object, that time we will get that value. Age is same, return age. This variable it is returning. And set is to set a value, to assign a value. So if value is greater than 0, validation setting, we are doing validation here. Like age is like always should be a positive number, so it cannot be less than 0 or equal to 0. So value is always like greater than 0. That is what here validation is checking. If value is greater than 0, then only age equal to value, otherwise throw new argument exception, age cannot be negative. Just ignore these lines. We will discuss whenever there is exception handling concept will come. Throw and what is this argument exception. Just understand like it will show one message, age cannot be negative. Then another class is there, we will understand this one. Let's go for the object creation. So I have created one object here, class name, object name new keyword, then class name. This is the syntax of creating an object of a class. So here we are instantiating the class properties example class, and by using this object we can use the properties, the members of the class properties example class. So this is our property. Age is also one property. I am setting the value here using set accessor. So here I am setting or assigning the value to the properties name and age. John is the name and age is 30. After that I am using get accessor. So here I am trying to read the value of these two properties. Console.writeLine name equal to obj.name and the console.writeLine age equal to obj. Using get accessor. So this is set, this is get. So we cannot directly access our name and age variable. See, I am trying to access the name and age variable using this object, but is not accessible. Why? Because this is private. Private. So it is saying name is inaccessible due to its protection level. So the protection level is private, meaning it is accessible only to that class, not outside the class. As this is a separate class, properties main class, so it is not accessible here. That's why we are using properties to access the private fields. Okay, so let's run our application and see the output. See, it will show John and 30. Name is equal to John and age equal to 30. So this is our properties, private fields, private string name and private int age. Store the data for the person object. So it will store the data for the person object. Property name provides a way to get and set the value of the name field. I already discussed. And age is same, like it provides a way to get and set the value of the age field with a validation check to ensure that age is not negative. So age cannot be negative as we have already checked here. Okay, so this is all about your explanation of this example. So there is auto implemented properties as well. C# also supports auto implemented properties which allow you to define properties without explicitly declaring private fields. So in last example we have seen there is two private variables, and to set the value of the or to access these private values we are using this public properties. But there is auto implemented properties as well, meaning there may not be these private fields or these private variables, but we can have a properties which allow you to define properties without explicitly declaring private fields. So without declaring these two private fields, sorry, one second. Without declaring these two private fields, we can also define or declare our properties. You can see auto implemented properties, public string model, public int year. So these are two properties, but we are not getting or setting, or we are not assigning any value or setting any value for these two properties, because these are auto implemented property. Define property without explicitly declaring private field. The compiler generates a private backing field automatically. So compiler will take care of this two uh, uh, properties, and it will internally create two private fields. That is what our auto implemented properties. Example, and also in main method they are declaring, like we are creating one object and accessing that values. Let's see that as well. Let's comment these codes, and we are now will now create this object of this car class, car new car model Tesla, and year is 2021. That is what model and year, two properties of this car class, and here we are assigning value, and we are also printing these values. Let's run and see the output as well. See, Tesla 2021. So this is our auto implemented properties. Next, read only properties and write only properties. So as we have seen, there is two accessors. One is get and set. Get is for like read purpose and set is for write purpose. So in set we are assigning the value, and in get we are trying to read the value. But there is also possible like only get accessor and set accessor will be there. Both cannot be present as well. So read only. Read means get. Read only properties only have get accessor. See in the example, there is one rectangle class where we have declared one properties public double area, where we are only like get accessor is there. Read only we are reading the property value. Get equal to return width and height. So what we'll do here, let's comment this out and let's create the object of this rectangle class, and we can just read the value. As there is only get accessor, so we can only read the value of this rectangle dot area. If I will try to assign some value or set the value, then it will not allow. Property or index the rectangle dot area cannot be assigned to, it is read only. So it is read only. Set accessor is not there, that's why we cannot set any value. Write operation is not possible, only read operation. So that is our read only properties. Write only properties only have set accessors. Let's check that example as well. So one is string value. Set only set accessor is there. Write only property. So whenever I will create an object of this secret new secret, here I am creating the object of secret class. Secret dot value is equal to high. So set is possible here because it is a write only properties. So set is possible but get is not possible. Console dot write line secret dot value read is not possible. So the property of secret value cannot be used in the context because it lacks the get accessor. So get accessor is not there, that's why we cannot access the value of this secret dot value. This is all about your properties. Read only properties, write only properties. Properties in CISA provides a way to encapsulate and protect fields while offering controlled access. So there is, if there is private fields and all, at that time properties will be used. Whenever we will go like in our upcoming videos like inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, at that time this properties will be used more, and at that time also we'll we can understand more about this, like how properties is offering controlled access. They enhance code readability, maintainability by allowing validation and logic to be included in the accessor. So in the accessor, in the get and set accessor, we can include our logic as well. That's all about your properties today. I hope you found this session helpful and informative. Please check the description below for detailed notes. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more C tutorials. See you in the next video. Thank you.